Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is Books for the Spring 2024. Now, obviously, I'm going to start this video and change my angle slightly by talking about spring. Spring is probably my most favourite season. Now, I know some people will be like, no, it should be summer or winter. Not many people think autumn, but I am a spring baby. Obviously, my birthday's in March, but we also have my mum's birthday in spring. Thomas and Mia's birthdays are in spring. We have Easter. We have Mother's Day. Kind of Mother's Day is kind of dependent, but you know, I still think I'm a spring baby, even if it is just the start of March. For me, spring is the seasons of March, April, May, and obviously summer's June, July. So you know the seasons, but spring is where life returns, where flowers start coming out. I haven't seen any yet. I need to go looking. Where the flowers start to come out, life starts reappearing after winter, new starts, new beginnings. Spring is about life returning after the autumn dark months. Temperatures will eventually warm up. It feels like a while away yet, but temperatures start warming up, which means my joints are going to be better. It just feels like it's a time of happiness. The days start getting longer. The light starts getting longer. Everything feels like it's reappearing, and I love it. I absolutely love seeing the flowers. I can't wait. I almost want to make myself go for a walk, but I can't. I'm pre-filming early because it's half term on the week this video goes, or the week after actually. No, it's the week before this video goes live. You know me, I hish pish, I pre-film. But I've already decided my books for three. I've got 3 books. Basically, I always have 9 books, 3 per spring month. You're getting a sneaky peek of 3 that are going into March's TBR, so you are getting a sneaky peek of that. But they're all books that make me think of spring, and I'll explain why as I go along. I have at least 3 contemporaries, 3 historical fictions, and then 3 different ones that are just going in. Now let's start. I can't remember what order I've done this in. I will talk about each book. This will be where you'll get a bit more information about the books, because obviously with my TBRs being the size they are, I don't always get to talk about the books as much. So some of these books you're going to get a bit of extra info on. The first one is The Elegance of the Hedgehog. Hedgehogs, we start seeing them a bit more in spring, I think. I don't obviously where I live, but for me the hedgehog is like one of the animals that you start to think they're going to start coming out in spring. This is a beautiful, beautiful copy I got from Baz Books. This is a translated fiction. I think it's more literary fiction, so I hope I'm going to like it. Renee is the concierge of the Grand Parisian apartment building on the left bank. To the residents, she is honest, reliable and uncultivated, the ideal concierge. But Renee has the secret. Beneath this conventional facade, she is passionate about culture and the arts, and more knowledgeable in many ways than her self-important employers. Down in her lodge, Renee is resigned to living a lie. Meanwhile, several floors up, 12-year-old Paloma Jose is determined to avoid a predictability bourgeois future and plans to commit suicide on her 13th birthday. Oh my God. But the death of one of their privileged neighbours, which will bring dramatic change to number 7, Rue de la Grande, or whatever, I can't say it right, altering the course of both their lives forever. By turns of moving and hilarious, this unusual and insightful novel is the best selling. I know Mum and Charlie have both read this, and I think a few people have read it. It's translated, and I'm intrigued to what it's going to be like. I think I need something to boost it up, so it'll be either read April or May. That's a sneaky peek. It'll be April or May. Yeah, I haven't decided. I'm not going to decide April or May yet. I'm going to go with that. In fact, the March ones, you'll see the last 3. There you go, just sneaky peek. So this next one I got from the lovely Danny from Danny's Book World for my birthday last year. Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This is obvious why it's spring. The flowers. I've deliberately left this for spring because it's the daisies. Daisies are another sign of spring for me. When the flowers like daisies come up. I remember as a child making daisy chains. I don't think they do them so much anymore. But I loved making daisy chains as a child with Charlie, and where we lived, and we always go and sit on the greens and make daisy chains. How times have changed, hey? But that's why I thought I picked this for that. I know this is my first book by Lucy Score, and it just looks really good. Bearded bad boy Barber Knox prefers to live his life the way he takes his coffee alone, unless you count his basset hound Waylon. Knox doesn't tolerate drama, even when it comes in the form of a stranded runaway bride. Naomi wasn't just running away from her wedding, she was riding to the rescue of her estranged twin to knock him out Virginia, a rough around the edges town where disputes are settled the old-fashioned way, with fists and beer, usually in that order. Too bad for Naomi, her evil twin hasn't changed at all. After helping herself to Naomi's car and cash, Tina leaves her with something unexpected. The niece Naomi didn't know she had. Now stuck in a town with no car, no job, no plan, and no home for an 11-year-old going on 30 to take care of. The 11-year-old going on 30? Bloody hell, I get that. Me as bloody 11 going on 30. She might... Love her dearly. But there is a reason Knox doesn't do complications or high maintenance women, especially not romantic ones. This looks really good. Daddy got it for me. Daddy's got taste. I hope I like it. I'm sure I will. Now the next one is contemporary again. The Wedding Dress by Danny Atkins. Danny thing to do, isn't it? But I think for me, weddings is another thing this season. Never got a chance to wear a wedding dress, but hey ho. But I think weddings, that sort of hope again, new things. My sister Vicky got married in spring as well. She got married in April. So that's another thing. This might end up meaning that this gets read in April because of Vicky. But that's why I thought of that for this one for spring break. Suzanne is engaged to the man of her dreams, except in the lead up to wedding is beginning to feel more like a nightmare. What is her fiancé hiding? Bella's life was on track until everything changed on the night of her hen party. Now she must rebuild her future and decide who she wants to spend it with. Mandy's grandmother has found love, but her family don't approve. For her grandmother's dream to come true, Mandy has to plan a secret wedding and find a special dress. 3 women, 3 love stories, woven together by one perfect dress. This does look good. Do like Danny Atkins books. This looks like really good contemporary. Excuse me. Next one is by Rachel Hoare. Hoare. Should say it correct. One Moonlit Night. And again, we've got flowers on the cover. Looks a bit springy like. I have liked Rachel Hoare's works. It's historical fiction. I don't know too much. Her husband is missing in action and their house in London is bombed. Oh, so this is a wartime one. Maddie and her 2 young daughters take refuge in Knightston, a beautiful house in Norfolk where Maddie's husband Philip spent the summers of his childhood. Arriving there, Maddie feels closer to her husband, but then she soon realises there's a reason Philip has never spoken about his past. Something terrible happened at Knightston one summer many years ago. Maddie is desperate to discover the truth, but why will no one talk about what happened all those years ago? And will she ever discover what happened to Philip? This looks really, really good. Wartime, spring-like, Rachel Hoare. I'm looking forward to this. The next one was chosen for me by the lovely Alice Malice's Giant Bookshelf. I wanted to read Agatha Christie. I know it's not spring-like, but I wanted to read Agatha Christie in the spring months because I love Agatha Christie's books. And I gave Alice a choice of all my Agatha Christie's to pick from, and she picked this one. And it's Peril at End House. It's a Poirot. You know, guys know I love Poirot. And it's sort of quite one of the earlier books, I believe. Will you be serious? It would not have been a joke, mademoiselle, if I had been lying in a hotel. If you had been lying in a hotel garden with a pretty little corpse with a nice little hole through your head. Nick Buckley is suffering from a run of bad luck. First on a treacherous Cornish hillside, the brakes on his car failed. Then on a coastal pass, a falling boulder missed him by inches. Later, an oil painting fell and almost crushed her in her bed. Upon discovering a bullet hole in Nick's sun hat, Poirot decides that the girl needs his protection. But at the same time, he begins to unravel the mystery of a murder that hasn't been committed yet. Oh my god, I love Agatha Christie! It's short, it's sweet, it's Agatha Christie, it's mystery. Roll it on. Don't know when I'm going to read that again. Now to another historical fiction, one that I was given by the lovely Jem from Gemma Books, Waffle Girls. But this one, I've chosen Pachenko by Min Jung Lee. Everyone read this. She ran a read-along with this years ago. It is one of the biggest books on my TV. No, it's not even 500 pages, but it's a family saga. For me, again, family. The fact that a lot of us have our birthdays in spring in our family made me, that's another reason why I wanted to pick this as a family saga. I have been warned it may destroy me. I think Charlie wants to read it with me, actually. I need to ask her. History is seldom kind. In Min Jung Lee's best-selling epic novel, 4 generations of poor, proud immigrant families fight to control their destinies. Exiled from homeland they never knew. In the early 1900s, teenage Sunda, the adored daughter of crippled fishermen, falls for a wealthy stranger at the seashore near home in Korea. He promises her the world. When she discovers she is pregnant and her lover is married, she refuses to be bound. Instead, she accepts an offer of marriage from a gentle, sickly minister passing through on his way to Japan. But her decision to abandon her home and reject her son's powerful father sets off a dramatic saga that will echo down the generations. Type's a bit small, but I know that Jem loved it. It's a family saga. It's again set in a different country, Chinese, so that was one of the other things I wanted to do. It looks really good. Now to the 3 sneaky peeks for March. But the 3 books this spring, because I had to obviously separate it out, so you're going to see 3. The first one is a book that, it's pink. I had to read a pink book in spring, because I do like pink. I've changed. I never used to like pink. Purple's still my favourite colour, but pink I do like. And I like witchy. It's Juno Dawson's Her Majesty's Royal Coven. I'm buddy reading this with the lovely Jack from Swift Book Joy in March. It's fantasy. It's the lovely, that my absolute great friend Chatty told me I should read this. The lovely guys at Waterstones gave it to me on a deal, which was really nice. Hidden among us is a secret coven of witches. Known as Her Majesty's Royal Coven, they protect crown and country from the magical forces and otherworldly evil, but their greatest enemy will come from within. There are whisperings of a prophecy that will bring its coven to the knees, and the 4 best friends are about to be caught at the centre. Life as a modern witch was never simple, and now it's about to get apocalyptic. Loads of people have spoken about this positively. I know the second book's coming out in paperback very soon, so I thought I wanted to read the first back. If I like this, I will get the second one in paperback, and then coincidentally I think there's a third one coming out as well. So got a thing about books in 3s, haven't I? But yeah, it's pink, it's witchy, it's girly, it's by Juno Dawson. Lots of people have raved about this. I am so looking forward to it. Now it's one I've been saving for the spring, and that is The House at Helligen by Victoria Hawthorne. You see the way the sky looks to me, it kind of thinks about spring. I don't know why I think this, but old like housey thing. A house can hold 1,000 secrets. We've got 2 timelines. Again, quite. The present timeline is 2019, although that doesn't feel present anymore. This past timeline is 1881. In 2019, Henry Fox is found dead in his ancestral home in Cornwall. A police rule is suicide, but his pregnant wife Josie believes it was murder. Ooh. Desperate to make sense of Henry's death, she embarks on a quest to discover the truth under the watchful eyes of Henry's overbearing mother. And then in 1881, new bride Eliza arrives at Helligen House with high hopes for her marriage. When she meets her mother-in-law, an icy, forbidding woman, her chance for a happy future is dashed. And when Eliza starts to hear voices in the walls of the house, she begins to fear for her sanity. Ooh, this does look a bit spooky. I wonder when I'm going to like... Hopefully I'm going to like that in March. Don't know when that's going to... I'm intrigued. Now to one I bought last year. I think Chris got it for me as a bit of a thingy. It's Lucy Diamond's, again, The Best Days of Our Life. It's got butterflies on the cover. Butterflies are one of my favourite. I love butterflies. They, for me, signify spring. Family saga. I've been warned it looks like it's going to break me. It's one of her most recent books. The Mackenzies are your average, complicated family, knotted together in jokes, arguments, and a few closely guarded secrets. 30-something sisters, Lenny and Alice, became inseparable following their divorce of their parents, Belinda and Tony, with their younger brother Will always trying to keep up. They're not perfect, but they love each other, most of the time anyway. And then one ordinary summer, an accident changes the family forever. Questions arise, guilt surfaces, and secrets begin to emerge. Scattered by the grief and seeking comfort in the unlikeliest of places, can the Mackenzies find their way back to each other? This is one I'm super excited about. I love Lucy Diamond's contemporaries. I really, really do. It's not too long. It's family saga. It's got butterflies on the cover. It's spring. It's families. Obviously, I'm not in my 30s anymore. As of February now, me and both my sisters are in our 40s. Because our youngest sister hit her 40s, so we're now in our 40s. We're just waiting for Chris to catch up and join us in September. But we are very close, and I love my 2 sisters more than anything, so any books with sisters in it's got me. So yeah. So, but those are 6 of the books that will definitely get read in the spring. They're the ones that signify spring for me and signify hope. What books are you looking forward to in spring? Do you ever read seasonally? I've started it like last year, and I think I found it really, really helpful. It really gets me excited It has books that are set on my TBR, so they're ones that I know that I will be reading. It has hope. It has everything. If you get to the end of this video, I think, because one of the things that starts happening in spring is flowers coming up, put a flower emoji at the end of this video. Any other flowers that you like. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, bring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.